In example number 4, this time we go reverse. Determine the measure of the angle theta in standard position. And once again, your angle in standard position could go anywhere from 0 degree to 360 degree. In example 4a, we have a reference angle of 37 degree, and we want this terminal arm in quadrant number 4. I'm going to draw a terminal arm in quadrant number 4, and I want to keep in mind that this terminal arm will create a reference angle of 37 degree. Should I have my terminal arm here, here, or there? Do you expect 37 degree to be this big, or that big? The first one, yes. Technically, yes. So here we would expect our terminal arm to be less than halfway in quadrant number 4. This will be 37 degree, but if you want to measure this angle from 0 degrees, you will have this angle measure counterclockwise. This angle happens in quadrant number 4. You are going to compare this angle with 360. What angle plus 37 degree will add up to 360? Or in another word, when you subtract 37 degree from 360, how big is this angle? (323). So that would be the angle in standard position. Using the same concept, if I want to have an angle in quadrant number 2, quadrant number 1, quadrant number 2, number 3, number 4, as you measure your angle counterclockwise from 0 degree. If we are to have our terminal arm in quadrant number 2, quadrant number 2 will be here. This is where you will see your terminal arm stop. You want to have a reference angle of 10 degree. Would you expect to see your terminal arm here, halfway, or closer to the x-axis? Closer to the x-axis. You want your angles, you want your reference angle to be 10 degree. 10 degree is relatively small. This reference angle will be the angle between the terminal arm and the x-axis. So if you want a 10 degree for your reference angle, the terminal arm will be relatively close to the x-axis, or in another word, it will be relatively close to 180 degree. So how big is this angle? Yeah, 170. 180 minus 10. It is 10 degree less than 180. So 180 minus 10 degree, that will give us the angle in standard position.